Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. On play action, here's Shedeur. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You look at the Steeler defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. It didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
First run now for Kyren Williams. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right? Absolutely. Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Ready.
Sanders. That is caught. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust. That's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The first carry down. This is Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run this with Austin. near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The Steelers at 5-10 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
19 tight. Ready. 76. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
That's good. For Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Pass complete there to Nakua. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Now Sanders. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly. And hope.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Walker now. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Let's go.
They try the left side with Johnson. And he's across the 40 for extra yards to the 43. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll run with Etienne. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Etienne once more. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Cowboy 80.
Now Walker. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
To throw is Sanders. Screen play set up for Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Come on. Hey, Trash.
To throw now. Here's Sanders. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 3. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Got it. Ready?
2nd and 10.
7.
To throw is Walker. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Walker. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's in. touchdown, Steelers. And Freiermuth, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Here's Sanders. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
14.
From the shotgun, Sanders. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Cougar 19. Go.
They go play action now. Sanders. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cut up.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have a Rams first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Go! Rig!
Up the middle, it's Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the ball's out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Man open left side. It's Williams.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Patrick Queen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Walker. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Walker. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Play action. It's Sanders. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Sanders has it poked free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
19, Tiger, 19.
Sanders to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Wriggle up, Viking, 18.
Throwing, Sanders. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Chris Godwin. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Steelers 14 and 7. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Walker. This is intercepted. Picked off by King. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60 Bobcats! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Check smash! Check smash!
Sanders. That is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Coach calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
From the 33, here's second down and 1. Etienne up the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play action now. Walker. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Three.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
19-18.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's Shedeur. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Christian Wilkins gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go to Johnson again. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Give up the middle to Johnson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And this is going to be incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Walker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the shotgun, it's Walker. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, Etienne. Down to the 25. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Looking to throw. Walker. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And they go play action. Here's Walker. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Walker now. Completes it to Austin. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
There we go. Jack. Read your right. Read 70. Timber Wolf.
Now Sanders. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
To throw is Sanders. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Walker. Catch is made by Metcalf. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 30 yards. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Right back to Chris Godwin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 8.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Sanders. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Ready.
On play action, here's Shador. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That goes for a gain of 31. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams 45-yard line.
Ready? Cougar 19. Let's go.
ETN on the toss right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? To throw is Walker. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Still going inside the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They give it to Williams, right. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. In motion goes the tight end. Out of the gun here, Sanders. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
The offense on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he's hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. To throw from his end zone. Walker. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone. Walker. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And good covers there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Panther 60, Panther 18, tight end. Ready?
Sanders throwing to start the drive. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Got the Lions.
Sanders to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a 1-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here.
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Walker. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Handoff running left is Etienne. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Draw play, Etienne. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Ready? 19 Tiger. Go!
And they will take a knee here.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Stephanie! Rocco 80.
And they take a knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they get their 6th win of the season against 10 losses. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.